Now, one thing you can tell is that these two edges are, that's basically, these two edges are basically the same edge. So to fix this, you're just gonna select these two faces, or you could just do this by doing that, I suppose, and just delete them. Alright, then select these faces. Make sure it's both of these faces are all selected. Hit G and then X, and then just align it there by holding down Control. Now you should be able to get this fine edge, but to make sure, so in case we're going to move any of these edges, you want these three edges as well as these edges to be connected. So select everything by hitting A and then press spacebar and just type in doubles, and it should remove the doubles. Now, one thing with extruding faces is that, let me just take this face for example, is that it will create a face on every edge. So as you could probably guess, we have faces right there. Now for people who are new to this might be very hard for you to see, but these two faces should not belong there. So select them by going to wireframe view and just, I guess, select them, and then hit X and then faces. It kind of cleans up your topology, making your model look a lot smoother. Alright, so that finishes that segment. Let's move on to this one. It's basically the same procedure, except this time with a lot more intricate details. So select these edges. Oh, not that one. Well, one thing I should tell you, if you're in any select mode and you're not using it, hit escape, because it's quite the pain to it's quite the pain when you're trying to select something, but then it doesn't do it. So same method. So hit E and then just escape or enter, extrude, and snap it to that edge so it's a consistent width. Same thing, wireframe mode, delete these faces. I'm sure by this point you should know the keys. And then go to top view, extrude, deselect these faces by holding down shift and left button, and then kind of the same process throughout. Yeah. And while having this top face selected, just extrude it and by pressing X. It doesn't have to perfectly align it, but oh well. And then it's kind of the same thing with this edge. There's usually the guard right there. So select these three edges on both sides. Don't forget to do this on both sides. Hit faces and then select these three edges again. Extrude them. Align them. Do I have the right ones? Actually, what we could just do is this. You could select these edges. Sorry for my loud clicking, but I can't really control it, I guess. You need to extrude and just use the axis to move it up. And then do the same thing with this. Actually, don't do that. Now, I should probably mention this is a beginner tutorial, since most of the people who requested this are basically my friends on Quora, so yeah. So then delete the doubles again by hitting A, select everything, then remove doubles. Select these two vertices, vertices, hit F. Oh, sorry, you have to select these two vertices as well, hit F, deselect these back two, then hit F again. And same goes for here. So you could have just started from this edge, hit F, and then hit F again. Alright, we have that covered. And now here comes the hard part. So actually I think no. Yeah, we're gonna add it. Anyways, we already added this. What's the point of that? So select these faces in particular. Sorry, not just these faces. Extrude it. Oh, that just looked weird. Actually, just deselect that face and then move these faces over here. And align it to this axis right there. Actually, no, let's just do this actually. No. Sorry. I should just undo that. Never mind that. Alright, so hit G, X, and then align it to that edge or vertice. So then select these three edges, extrude it according to the edge, and I guess just border select all of these, then move it to the edge, then select these ones, move it down. Yeah, that should cover it. Now, as again stated, you have to kind of define your edges. So, actually, not looking at it, I think we also need to extrude this one. Sorry. Let's delete that face as well. And then select this edge, and then by going down here and selecting the edge select, move it in the x-axis, and then G2 align to that edge and just hit move doubles, face select, delete that face. Should be easy to select. You just need to see the midpoints of these faces and just hit select. Actually, yeah, never mind. I thought I had like another like double faces right there, but yeah, sorry, that confused me. Then select these faces. This should be some top view. Select these faces and then and you're basically just gonna extrude them. So E to extrude and then S and then Y. So S and then Z to extrude on the Z axis. Same thing, delete these faces. Kind of the only vexation with extruding is that it automatically creates faces on like every edge. Alright, there we go. So faces are deleted. And we have our grip. I might not create that because those grips right there, that's just gonna make things more complicated. so back to this piece that I've been kind of neglecting for a bit. So I should have actually made that piece, but I kind of feel guilty now. So to make this piece, just select this face, U to extrude, S to scale it down, actually S and Y to scale down the axis, then S and X to flatten the face, then just align it, U to extrude. Now this, you think this is difficult, but actually it's pretty easy. You just extrude it by hitting E, then X, and then move it along this edge, and then Y, and then hit RZ, then 90. Just type 90 and align it. And then you could add an edge loop by doing Control R, by adding 1, and then pressing Enter, and then moving it down on the axis. And then select these this face, extrude it upwards, and then this face should probably be rotated, so we're just going to hit R, Z, rotate it according to the image, and just doing a direct extrude. As you can see, these faces are too wide. I'll also delete that face. So what we're going to do is we're going to select these faces and just define their widths. Actually, don't deselect those faces by hitting Shift, then just then right clicking, and there you go. That is the trigger guard. And then for the trigger itself, should be pretty. The trigger is actually, to be quite honest, one of the pieces I'm not very good at producing, so I'll do my best. So click. So make sure your 3D mouse, which is where you're if you're gonna add any objects, that's where it's gonna spawn in. So make sure it's right there by just clicking it. Hit Shift A, and then you should get this menu and just start. Let's just start off with the plane. Actually, let's just start with the cube. Actually, it's gonna be easier. Scale it down by hitting S, and then just hitting Enter. Alright. So what we're going to do is just hit select what vertices select, and then just select these vertices and just start aligning them according to the reference image. Well, it doesn't matter if any edges sticking inside. Actually, no, I'll just leave that there, I guess. So then basically select it and adjust it. It's really hard to work with a pixelized image, so try to refrain from using images that are pixelized, especially if you're going to be using texture protection to texture. You're going to get a more realistic result. So select these faces, extrude down, rotate, and just hit R. Scale it down more by hitting X, and then scale it and extrude it on the X-axis, and on the Y-axis. Scale it down on the Y-axis and then X-axis. Select these edges and just adjust them accordingly. Alright, that should justify. So select L, or hit L, sorry, while your cursor is over a vertex. Just select everything, just S and then Z, and scale it down to its approximate width, and then you should be good. So as you can see here, we have mainly the entire receiver, or the flamethrower itself, modeled. So hit smooth. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Go to the top view. Actually, just so I'm not consuming too much time, I'm not going to bother with the gas tank. I'm just going to focus on this. So that should probably conclude the modeling segment of this tutorial. I will upload a tutorial shortly after. Well, not in the same day, but within the same week at least, on texturing this model. So right now we just have it all modeled out. Well, I guess this concludes this segment, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, actually, no, before I go, be sure to save your file by hitting save and then saving it